All right, and we are back with, we're going to go over chapter 6. Remember, we're in Liberate, Your Journey to Lasting Financial Independence. Dr. Roper, it's great to be here with you. And I really think this chapter is exciting. I like it. I think there's some concepts that are really important for someone that's in school trying to decide kind of what to do. Some really important concepts to start thinking about now that are presented in chapter 6. So we'll go ahead and start. This is called Personal Income Engine. That's the name of the chapter. And we have a great quote by Warren Buffett. Generally speaking, investing in yourself is the best thing you can do. And I believe that, right? Working on your education is really important. And that's education, formal education and informal education. Just listening and reading books like this would be like your informal education versus going to university, college, that kind of thing. Okay, so we start with the most important choice. Okay, the most important choice. The most important choice you can make to advance your FI is your decision regarding how you spend your lifetime earning income. Why? Because it's your initial source of money to save and invest. The axiom, it's not what you earn, it's what you keep that matters, motivates us to figure out how to keep more of our income and spend less of it. However, the mantra, the more you earn, the more you can keep, is even more critical right now. Simply put, assume a fixed annual savings rate of 20% with two separate annual incomes of $50,000 and $100,000. The first will save $10,000 and the second will save $20,000. Because the second income is twice as large as the first, twice as much is saved. Your ability to earn a higher income is the most significant determinant in achieving your FI. You can and should live frugally, but you can only decrease your expenses to a certain level to increase the amount you can invest. At some point, there is a minimum living expense threshold that you cannot go below. Once you eliminate all excess from your spending, the only way to save and invest more is to earn more. That's why your choice of your personal income engine is so important. Suppose you choose a vehicle with a smaller and slower personal income engine. In that case, you will arrive later to the FI party or not at all, compared to choosing a vehicle with a larger and faster income engine to accumulate wealth. For most people, choosing their personal income engine is arguably the most significant determinant of their financial success. More often than not, your level of education determines your choice of personal income engine. Thus, the less education you have, the more likely it is you'll drive a car with a slow income engine to arrive at your FI destination. Suppose the vehicle you drive represents the job or employment opportunity. In that case, with less education, you will have fewer vehicle options with smaller personal income engines to choose from. As your education and skills increase, you'll have many more job opportunities to choose from. This one decision, right? This one decision alone will make the greatest difference in your lifetime earnings potential. Okay, so I advise you to spend adequate time researching average salaries for various degrees, specializations, and skills to make a truly informed decision about your education and career. As shown in the illustration, and I'm not sure if I can get this both on the same, it doesn't look like it, I'll scroll down in just a moment. As shown in the illustration, lifetime earnings generally increase with higher levels of education, skills, and expertise. It's also important to note that earnings variability by field, while the average trend shows higher education levels leading to greater earnings, actual earnings can differ significantly depending on your chosen field. For example, fields like science, technology, and healthcare have historically offered higher earnings and greater demand compared to others with the same education level. Okay, so let's go ahead and just look at this illustration right here. So we have lifetime earnings here on the y-axis, and we have level of education here on the x-axis. And what we have is over here we have low education and skills versus high education and skills, and then money. So we just see that correlation that as you gain more education, right, the amount of money potentially that you can earn increases on average. Okay. Number two, this earnings variability, right? And I'll point it out maybe over here on the higher side. And just for simplicity, right, let's just talk about degrees. Let's say we have a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and a doctorate degree. And let's say on the higher end, we have a doctorate degree over here. Depending on what you specialized in for your doctorate degree, there's variability, meaning certain doctorate degrees will earn more money and others will earn less. Okay? And that's the same whether you had other certain skills, certain expertises, and where they are on the spectrum here with low or high level of education. There can always be variability depending on what type of degree or skill you have, no matter if it's considered advanced or not. Okay? So this is very important. Like I said, this is the most important choice you can make right now as you're studying and going through college, or maybe starting out a career, trying to decide what you should do, is to really look and see what different occupations are available, what their earnings capability are currently in the market. We also know that things can change drastically, so we have to be able to pivot potentially. But in general, right, we're just talking in general, this is very important and applies universally. Okay, your personal income engine generates dollars. Imagine these dollars are soldiers in your personal army that wage war against poverty. Yes, your personal income engine recruits and enlists dollar soldiers into your financial army to work for you. He who can recruit more dollar soldiers has a stronger army. That makes perfect sense. The more dollar soldiers you have to work with, the more you can contribute to your FI account. If you are frugal and have a greater capacity to earn more dollars, you can build wealth faster. Choosing your personal income engine is the number one decision you can make to increase your ability to become FI. All right, advanced education. Your education and skill levels are contributors to your income potential. To a certain extent, advanced knowledge and technical skills increase your financial outlook. While there are no guarantees, right? And I know that. There are no guarantees. Obtaining the right education, accomplishments, and or skills puts you in a better position, right? A better position to broaden your career search, negotiate for a competitive salary, and prepare for your career advancements. In today's competitive marketplace, education, skills, and creativity are necessary to increase your personal income engine and move you closer to financial independence. So the more education you have, the greater your lifetime earnings potential, equating to the size of your personal income engine. That means, all else being equal, the person with the higher education, specialization, or in-demand skills has a higher probability of saving more simply because they probably have more money to save. All right, we're going to stop there and pick it up with advanced education or entrepreneurship in part 2 of chapter 6.